Excuse the wet hair, but I had a literal shower thought that I wanted to share. It just occurred to me, this like example from my own childhood that really, to me, highlights how much even like general society casually disregards children's right to their own bodies and their own consent. I went to a small school. We did not have a pool, but there was a pool in town, elementary years. We had like a pool week where when we usually would be having gym, we would like walk a little like block or two to where this pool was. I remember having anxiety during pool week, like knowing that I had to go to the pool the next day because of them not letting us get changed in private. And I was like a very rule following kid. So I felt so torn between feeling like I cannot bring myself to get naked in front of these other children and in front of like the gym teacher and the like we would have chaperones, like other kids' parents or whatever. And they were all girls, all women. Even at like a very young age, like maybe second grade, that was so anxiety inducing to me to be expected to get completely naked briefly while changing clothes in front of other people. And I don't know if that was just kind of natural to me or if this would have started after my CSA, but I don't really think that it matters. I think what matters is that I was deeply, deeply uncomfortable with that to the point of like anxiously laying awake in bed the night before. And I wasn't the only kid who didn't like this. Like I remember other kids like trying to get changed in the bathroom stalls, but they would like get after kids if they weren't really just using the restroom and were changing their clothes in the stall instead. And the reason given was like, well, everybody would prefer to do that, but it'll take too long because there's only like 5 bathroom stalls. And so it would take too long to let kids shuffle through the bathroom. And so we weren't allowed to do that. We were like explicitly told that. And the idea of risking that and risking getting caught doing that was very scary to me as like a people-pleasing, rule-following kid. I also remember them telling us things like, everybody has the same parts, like, you really don't have anything to worry about, like, you're just little kids. And, like, I don't know, it just felt so dismissive to me, like, I understand that, like, everybody has a butt, but I don't want anybody to see my butt. And, like, I understand that they thought we were too little to, like, have anything to hide, but I didn't feel that way. And, like, teachers and these, like, other chaperones, like, actively discouraged us from listening to our own sense of, I'm not comfortable with this, when it was related to our own bodies. And like, I really do understand how adults can go, like, you're basically babies, like, this is silly. And at the same time, like, it's not silly because you're setting kids up to ignore the instinct that I'm not comfortable with this. I feel a need to set a boundary here, and you're kind of shaming me for it. Or for other kids who are just a little bit more rebellious, they might think, like, well, like, heck you, I'm gonna still get changed in the bathroom stall. And I did that myself at least a couple of times. I think I kind of went back and forth between sometimes taking that risk and sometimes not. But there was just so much anxiety in it because it was just putting me in this trap, because on one end, my body was screaming that this feels unsafe and I am not comfortable with it. And on the other, I believed that my job was to like listen and be good and be obedient, and like the idea of knowingly breaking a rule was so contradictory to who I knew myself to be, and I just had so much anxiety about like being bad on purpose, that it was just a no-win situation for me. But also I think for kids who are being treated in ways that basically send them the message that what you need and want doesn't matter if it goes against what an adult needs or wants. Like, your natural boundaries, your emotions don't really matter. You're supposed to like stomach those and ignore those and just appease other people. It's really unfortunate to have teachers, chaperones, etc., any place other than home, reinforcing that same message, even in this like small instance. Because it's like, well, I knew that this is kind of how my family operated, but now I have evidence to think like this is just how the world operates. Like, that I'm not supposed to feel these things, that I'm not supposed to listen to my body, that other people know what's right for me and my body more than I do.